Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Science Hub. I am Anjali. Friends, this video is the continuation of the last one. In the last video, Ecology Part 5, Terrestrial Ecosystem Part 1, we learnt about tundra, forest ecosystems and Indian desert types. In this video, Ecology Part 6, Terrestrial Ecosystem Part 2, we will be dealing with rest of the topics under terrestrial ecosystem. So friends, at first I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you who have taken the time to watch my previous videos, leave comments and show your appreciation for my hard work. Your kind words and engagement mean so much to me, and I promise to continue working hard to create videos that you will enjoy and find valuable. So friends, let's get started. As I have already told you that today I am going to talk about the rest of the topics under terrestrial ecosystem, which are as follows: grassland ecosystem, desert ecosystem and desertification. Now moving on to the first slide. Here I'll be talking about grassland ecosystem. So a grassland ecosystem is a type of terrestrial ecosystem characterized by large open spaces covered with grasses and other low growing plants with few or no trees. These ecosystems are found in various regions of the world, including prairies in North America, steppes in Eurasia, and pampas in South America. They are mostly found in the upper Himalayas of India. Steppes and savannas make up the majority of the remaining grasslands in India. Steppes only supply food during the short wet season, while savannas primarily rely on grasses that develop during the rainy season and the limited amount of regrowth that occurs during the dry season. This is the main distinction between steppes and savannas. Steppe formations occupy large area of sandy and saline soil. The climate of western Rajasthan is semi-arid with an annual average rainfall of less than 200 mm, a dry season lasting 10 to 11 months, and significant variations in precipitation. Now moving on to the next slide. Here I'll be talking about the types of grasslands. 6 different types of grasslands are found throughout the Indian subcontinent depending on the local climate. Here I will be talking about 4 main types of grasslands. So the first one is semi-arid zone, second one is dry subhumid zone, third one is moist subhumid zone, and the fourth one is humid montane regions. Now coming to the next slide. Here I will be talking about the economic importance of grasslands. So grasslands are important ecosystems that provide a wide range of economic benefits to local communities and the broader economy. Here are some of the key economic importance of grasslands. So the first one is livestock grazing. The grasslands are a vital source of fodder for sheep, goats, and cattle. In many grassland areas, grazing is a significant economic activity that supports local livelihood and adds to the world's food supply. The second one is agriculture. The grasslands can be converted to cropland, supporting the production of grains, forage crops, and other agricultural products. The third one is timber and non-timber forest products. So in addition to timber, berries, other foodstuffs and medicinal plants, grasslands can yield non-timber forest products. These goods have potential to be significant revenue generators for nearby communities. The fourth one is carbon sequestration. So grasslands play an important role in the global carbon cycle by storing carbon in their soils and plants. The preservation and restoration of grasslands can provide economic opportunities through carbon markets and other payment for ecosystem services programs. And the fifth one is tourism. So grasslands can also be important destinations for tourism, providing opportunities for wildlife viewing, bird watching and other recreational activities. Overall, the economic importance of grasslands underscores the need for sustainable development practices that balance the needs of local communities with the conservation of this vital ecosystem. Now, coming to the next slide, here I'll be talking about the impact of grazing. So, the quality of grasslands rapidly deteriorates under severe grazing pressure, reducing the amount of mulch cover on the soil, drying up the microclimate, and making it more vulnerable to invasion by xerophytic plants and burrowing animals. The surface layer of mineral soil gets puddling when it gets wet due to heavy trampled conditions caused by the lack of humus cover. In turn, it reduces the infiltration of water into the soil and accelerates runoff, resulting in soft erosion. These changes contribute to the reduction of energy flow and the disruption of the stratification and periodicity of the primary producers. It results in a breakdown of the geochemical cycles of water, carbon, and nitrogen. The microclimate of the dry grassland is entirely destroyed by the wind and water. Now, coming to the next slide. Here I will be talking about the desert ecosystem. So, deserts develop in areas with yearly rainfall of less than 25 centimeter, or occasionally in hot areas with the higher annual rainfall that is dispersed unevenly. The stable high pressure zones, that is areas where tall mountains keep precipitation from the seas, are frequently to blame for the lack of rain in the mid latitudes. These biomes climates are influenced by latitude and height. The deserts near the equator and the tropics are scorching and chilly at higher elevations and farther from the equator. The desert biomes are home to a variety of perennial plants, including cacti and creosote bushes, stemwood, geesewood, and salt grasses, and widespread in shallow, low places with salt deposits. Rainfall has a direct impact on a desert's productivity since water is the main factor that limits it. Deserts can be turned into productive agricultural land with the irrigation in areas with suitable soils. When so much water flows through the irrigation system, it's possible that salts are left behind. These salts will build up over time and become a limiting factor if no solutions are found to prevent this problem. So some of the key characteristics of desert ecosystem include plant adaptation, animal adaptation, and human impacts. I will be talking about all the key characteristics one after the other. So at first I'll be talking about the plant adaptations. So desert plants have developed a variety of adaptations to survive in the desert, including small leathery leaves or needles to reduce water loss through the transpiration. The deep roots to access groundwater, spines or other physical defenses to protect against herbivores. Camp photosynthesis, which allows plants to open their stomata at night to minimize water loss. The animal adaptation. So, desert animals have also developed unique adaptations to survive in the desert, including nocturnal behavior to avoid the heat of the day, borrowing behavior to escape the heat, and predators specialized kidneys to conserve water, camouflage to avoid predators. The third one, human impacts. So desert ecosystems are also impacted by human activities, including overgrazing, which can lead to the degradation of desert vegetation and soils, habitat fragmentation, which can isolate population of plants and animals and reduce genetic diversity. Climate change will it can increase the temperature and reduce precipitation in deserts. So overall desert ecosystems are unique and fragile environments that require careful management and conservation to preserve their unique flora and fauna. Now moving on to the next slide. Here I'll be talking about desertification. So the conditions that resemble deserts may eventually result from the land's biological potential being destroyed. Deforestation and mining activities exacerbate desertification in arid and semi-arid areas where the delicate ecosystem is slowly regenerating. Desertification is a main problem faced by desert adjoining areas which stretches across parts of Rajasthan, Gujarat, Punjab and Haryana. Now coming to the next slide. Here I'll be talking about the global efforts to prevent desertification. Now coming to the first one, that is goal 15 of Sustainable Development Goals SDG 2030. It states we are determined to protect the planet from degradation, including through sustainable production and consumption. Now coming to the second one, that is United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, UNCCD. So the only legally enforceable international agreement connecting environment and development to sustainable land management was created in 1994. Now coming to the next one, that is Great Green Wall. 11 countries in Sahel-Saharan Africa have concentrated their efforts to combat land degradation and restore native plant life to the area through an initiative by the Global Environment Facility, that is GEF. Now the friends, way forward. So the best chance for the world to stabilize climate change's consequences, rescue biodiversity and safeguard human welfare is to stop desertification. It is our common duty as a global community to protect the forest, and this obligation should be assumed by all nations. So thank you so much friends for watching my video. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel.